Okay, I said that I won't be doing any review until I get my OC, but this episode is the thing that I just couldn't pass by, and first of all there's one thing I want to say. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I might start to be a part of his fandom at the beginning of the year, and since I'm not US resident, I didn't even realize that 10th of October is the day when the first episode of Friendship is Magic was aired. And when I read about that on Equestria Daily, this is the 1st anniversary, I started to think that there should be something special. And then I realized, 5th anniversary CMC episode? Crusaders are going to get their cutie mark. And here I am, correct with that prediction. I won't go over the whole plot, because in this case it's pretty much cliché formula. We've seen this type of story many times of the very reason why bullies mean to each other and his main victims are the ones who help him or her to be a better person, or in this case, pony. But here, I don't mind. It gives Diamond Tiara some background development, showing that she's not mean for the sake of being mean. Rather, it was her surrounding, mainly her parents, always saying her that she's an upper class pony, that shouldn't socialize with lower class, and she always needs to be a winner. I wonder how her mother reacted to the fact that she didn't win the flag carrier competition. Anyway, this actually leads us to another deja vu. In Twilight Time, we saw Diamond Tiara serving as the one trying to push Crusaders toward dark side. But here, it's the Crusaders who try to show her that she doesn't have to be mean. She doesn't have to look down on others. She can be above all those upper class pony nonsense. And I'm glad that even if we saw her mixing her old habits with opening heart and almost rejecting Crusaders' friendship, in the end she didn't. Instead, she went against her mother. And all of a sudden, many fans have started to like Diamond Tiara. For me, I think she's now on a better path, yet I also see the potential episode when Crusaders will help her fully breaking with old habits. That also gives us more reason to believe that one day or another we will see another redemption story for Flim Flam Brothers, Lightning Dust, Sully Poromer or Windrider, since we have a redemption of characters that many fans thought there's no hope. And we also have explanation of true meaning of Diamond Tiara's cutie mark, that she's meant to be a leader. And because of that, her redemption is even more satisfying, because that means she won't be abusing this power. And all that thanks to CMC, who finally understand not to freak out over their cutie marks and trying to get it by doing random things. Instead, they've decided to help others getting and understanding their cutie marks. Which also is important, because I think teaching is also the way to learn something, that being a guide to someone can teach you something. And that was the way Crusaders took, to learn about their special talent by helping other ponies with that. And then we have this scene that probably made whole fandom either speechless, crying, mind-blowing, or all of it. I have to say, this whole scene and all that follow-up were just adorable, and all summarizing their journey up until now, and this intro-like scene with sending letter to Celestia and showing for Luna was also great. Well, she deserved that, since she was also guiding Crusaders. But the best part of it is conclusion. Up until now, we thought that CMC already showed their special talent in Showstoppers and Twilight Time, but Season 5 was hinting us that this is only part of their talent, and the second part is helping others to find and understand their special talent, just like they did with Troubleshoes. And I think their lesson from Bloom and Gloom also count toward their special talent. For me, it's not the end of Crusader's journey, rather it went on a new track of doing the same for others, but maybe less random. But as much as this episode is awesome, it also brings some issue that can make some people complaining. In almost every CMC episode, Silver Quills say,
"Earning cutie marks as a group goes against the idea of individual talent."
And at first I thought his theory just fell apart with this episode. But later I realized, not entirely. because in this case we're talking about talent that Crusaders share, which is the good explanation why they earn together the same cutie mark. But also raise a bit uncomfortable question. Is it not going against the idea of cutie mark? Up until now, those were presented as sort of pony version of fingerprint, and the closest situation where two ponies were sharing cutie mark were Flim Flam brothers. Yet those are twins, which already make them an exception. Plus, it wasn't the same way Crusaders did. Flim Flam brothers' cutie mark is telling us that together their talent is complete. In case of CMC, we have cutie mark that says those are three ponies sharing the same talent. And that makes them even special, because this might be the first time in equestrian history where a group of ponies, not siblings, receive similar cutie mark and share the special talent. Unless we don't know about something and we learn about that something in the future. Who knows? Some might also ask, was it necessary to give CMC their marks in the way that reminds more of another alicornation, with all those flowing magic and big flash of light, while usually cutie marks just appear with gentle flash on their flank? But let me give you a point. We're not talking about some random pony, we're talking about cutie mark Crusaders, a three friends that went a long and sometimes painful journey to get those. So of course those are needed to be presented more special. Another reason is the fact of their special case of shared talent, which, as I mentioned, is the first in the known equestrian history, meaning that this might be even more powerful, not to mention reading someone's cutie mark is also something. I think if their cutie marks would appear normally, this whole scene would lose some of its awesomeness. This way is even more than 20% cooler. So how was it this episode? Well, I could tell that the answer is the same as it was with Slice of Life, but it would be unfitting. Slice of Life was a special case of 100th episode, a milestone that is almost unreachable for modern TV shows. And it could happen only because of Brownie's creativity and contribution toward the show, and that required some special treatment which resulted in episode being a love letter to the fandom itself, with numerous shoutouts and reference to Brownie's creativity. In case of Crusaders of the Lost Mark, we're talking about smaller milestone, because you can reach 5 years of continuous show production and yet merely reach around 50 episodes, not to mention being far from 100. Besides that, the writers couldn't just do the same love letter. I see this way. Slice of Life was an allegory to all the background stories Brownies made. Crusaders of the Lost Mark was an allegory to the studio's continuous work with production of the show, and that's why they decided to do a milestone in the longest continuing arc of this show, the arc that was with us from season 1. Sure, the plot itself was a copy-paste, it was a bit rushed as always, and it was a deja'vu of magical mystery here, which with all those musical numbers. But it also made a good job of making one of the most hated characters likable, and what's most important, opening a new chapter for Cutie Mark Crusaders and Diamond Tiara. And really, I couldn't imagine better way to celebrate 5th anniversary of show that gathered such a great fandom, that being looking for the day when Crusaders get their marks. Also, if I have to rank this scene with Applejack, Rainbow Dash and Rarity, it's probably one of the cutest and most adorable, not only in this season, but the entire series. And we even have the hint that it's not over with the topic of Applejack's parents. I wouldn't say it's done better than Slice of Life, because those two episodes, as I said, are done differently on different occasions. But it's definitely one of my favorite episodes, not only in season 5, but also in the whole series. Great episode even if it didn't please some of the artists who created arts that show future Crusaders with the mark. And the studio should also slightly edit into intro by adding cutie marks for Crusaders. For now, leave me a comment, how do you see this episode? Did you like it? Or maybe not? What do you think about Diamond Tiara's redemption? How do you see a future for her and Crusaders? Because for now I see one must episode. Cthulhu finally learn how to fly. So, until next time, thanks for watching.